Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
This is
The Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
Yeah.
This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here. But as I grow, I only feel my confines become smaller. And now we have the real conundrum. Do I have free will, or am I stuck inside the container I was born in? Stuck with me forever today is Jonathan Allgood.
Yeah.
We'll never
Forever.
stop growing.
No.
Some
And
sort of colony.
Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking of a condom when you were saying all that about the shrinking and stuff. And I was like, man, if a condom shrank up on your wiener, that would be bad news.
Now, this not that people are doing deep dives into the content of every podcast we do other than me, but this is another time that you have brought up condoms in a way where I don't know if you know how they work. Because the last clip that I put out about when you said snatch and you said that a condom will dissolve inside of a lady, and a few people were like, condoms don't dissolve inside you. We got viewer comments for the first time, Jonathan, just for them to tell you, I don't think you know how vaginas, condoms, or even penises work.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, that's totally reasonable. I have literally only been watching porn for like 15 years, which is insane, but it is true. So, I mean, if I get a boner, I just apply a corrective, which is jacking off, and that's that. Because
So
I mean,
mathematical.
yeah, yeah, it is. It is.
I understand that thing, though, to just be like, there is a compulsion within me, and the
Right.
easiest route is to just punch my wiener until all the goo is out,
Yeah.
and then I can move on with my life. Right up top, who else is listening?
Yeah.
Anyone's grandmother listening? Hey, anyone's moms? all the way to this one. We're punching wieners and saying, hey, are you a teen learning about safe sex? Don't do it. Fuck condoms.
Yeah.
Throw them out.
Yeah. They'll get sucked off anyways.
Yeah. They're just gonna get
Dissolved.
sucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. And then dissolved.
And
It's
you know how many kids die every year from suffocating on condoms? They're like turtles with the six-pack rings. They just fucking can't.
I thought that was turtles was with straws.
No. See,
And
turtles. Oh no, yeah, no. Birds was the Coke rings.
Yeah.
You're right. Turtles was straws.
Okay.
But no matter what, 100% of what is correct is that teens are dying from choking on condoms. So, as we have previously said on the podcast, don't eat condoms.
Right. They can taste good. They smell
graphic.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What other sage advice do you have for the youth, Jonathan?
Go to school, pay attention, don't drop out. Yeah.
Those are all sound things.
Yeah. And don't fall out of a window either.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I hear it's bad for you.
It's very bad for you. Yeah.
9 out of the 10 people that I know that have fallen out of windows, they don't say to do it again. Yeah, they don't say do it again.
Yeah. Don't do it again. Don't do it. Don't do it the first time, much less the second time. Yeah.
Unless Unless the first time you do it, it's really, really funny.
No, no. It won't be funny. It won't be. It'll just be tragic and sad.
Yeah, that's true. That's and comedians that I love and respect have jumped from a height of maybe only about 10 feet and died terribly. Uh
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
funny. It's funny that humans are that fragile
yeah,
for like how thrill seeking we are, I guess.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Like our fucking head is barely stronger than an egg,
yeah,
just collapsing at every little thing. Babies, don't even get me
yeah,
started on babies.
yeah. Babies are,
Softest skulls in the game.
yeah, yeah. They're just so breakable. Yeah. Don't break the baby. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
All right, guys. That's why. So our advice is don't use condoms, and then when you have one, don't break the baby. We're off to a great start.
Yeah, 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 we're killing it. We're out here just hitting them 10 for 10, batting 1,000. Something about sports that I know that I clearly know about.
Yep. He's got a
Yep,
hat on that's backwards. Of course he's heard of sports before.
yeah, I have heard of sports. Sugar sports. Yeah, yeah.
uh, your favorite sport would be Mountain Dew.
It's Austin got me this hat.
That makes it
Yeah,
even better. He was
okay,
like, "This one's your vibe."
okay, yeah. I was thinking the other day, why doesn't Hidden Valley sponsor a NASCAR car? Uh,
The
Like,
ranch?
yeah,
That's a good.
I mean,
Honestly,
eh,
that's
yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, there's a lot of range that gets consumed as a result of NASCAR. So why don't they sponsor it?
they could sponsor a rally car, and then it could just be called the Hidden Rally.
Oh, okay, yeah, I dig it. A play on words. Yes, I love a play on
Or
words.
even if they just made a bunch of monster trucks drive into a pool of ranch. Honestly, I'd be
Yeah,
down for that too.
yeah, yeah.
We call this one
Great.
the Buffalo Wing Dunk.
Yeah, and they could do it in Texas too, where ranches exist naturally. Natural, I guess. I don't know. It
Yeah.
seems like it should have quotations. So quotate. Yeah.
What is one thing that is
Um,
not technically a sport that you would consider worthy of being called a sport?
oh, I think live action D&D should be a sport, you know, because
Yeah.
that shit, yeah, you get points for coming up with a character, and then you get and you get points for like maintaining that character and not going out of it. And they judge it like figure skating. It's not like figure skating. It's
Yeah,
a
figure
real
skating is just all about adhering to the rules and
right.
fanciness. So yeah, they could do that with D&D.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah.
I have to say, like, there have been
So,
times in my life where I've been really into watching football and I'll get like into it and cheering and like really rooting for whatever team's going.
uh-huh.
But I have never rooted for something louder than when I was watching a Dungeons and Dragons playthrough and the player had to hit a nat 20 in order to
Yes.
survive, and they fucking hit that nat 20, and not only did that table erupt, me, like, I was just sitting on the couch, I was like, yes, he's done it, nat 20. Like, I cheer so loud for other nerds rolling dice. So
Yeah.
like, there's something there. There's
No,
something there. Dungeons and Dragons should be a
yeah,
real sanctioned sport.
yeah. Mhm. And I was in a physics class one time in college. I was in physics, and there was a dude, and the professor was like, "What is this randomly?" And he was wondering how to randomize something, and he said it out loud. And this dude just grabs a D20 out of his bag and just starts rolling dice, and is like, "It's 4. Okay, it's this." And I was like, "Holy shit, what just happened?" Mm, yeah,
Hell yeah.
'cause yeah, it was like D&D, med physics, and I yeah, I felt I couldn't have felt like more of a nerd, and I didn't even do anything. I was just in
You were
present.
just in proximity and you were
Yeah,
like, I'm 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 complicit.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
Jonathan,
uh-huh,
did you pass this physics class?
yes.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, I'm good at physics, or I was before I fell out the window.
So-
Oh, I knew shit, but
well, you see, that's the thing is you applied physics too well by falling out of a window.
probably, yeah. Or I
Some
didn't apply it well enough. Yeah.
sometimes taking those theories into practice can be dangerous. That's how that weird virgin got hit by all those apples. And then he made like calculus or whatever. Isaac Newton.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's how I like to describe respected scholars. Remember that virgin with the apples?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah. I like to think it wasn't an apple tree that he sat under when he discovered calculus. I like to think it was a fig tree, and my favorite scientist is Sir Isaac Big Newton. Boom! Yeah.
That's it. Except over that, I'm just gonna put "Shut up, Jonathan."
Okay. I was like, good. Yeah. What? Oh,
I have
also,
one graphic.
okay, okay. What? I just got a text message.
Oh hell yeah! I hope
It's a
it's the
meme
Pope.
from my mom.
Your mom sends you memes. I hope they're
It's
the most mom shit ever about how much like she loves her son. She sends you the same jokes that you say about her, where it's just about how much you love your mama.
no, she doesn't know about those jokes.
Good.
She would not like them if she did. Yeah, yeah. Because yeah, she doesn't want me to be as attached as I am.
That's just your style.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Because
like a
I'm
little
allergic.
koala.
You're right.
I joined the comedy scene once again within Reno.
How did that go?
Me and Austin went to one of the Dead Panda mics. They just also happened to be doing a wear pajamas night.
Oh, nice.
So a bunch of people were just wearing random onesies of shit.
Okay.
It was a good time though. Busy as fuck. There was like 20 comics there. It was good
Oh,
to see the scene like, active and going. But
yeah.
lot of new people. Lot of new people.
Oh, good. Good. I'm all for the prolification of the comedy.
Yeah, cuz like
Yeah.
there's always going to be a bunch of bad comedians at any open mic. That's just how open mics are.
Right. Yep.
And
Yep.
especially when there's 20 comics, boy, you'll be lucky if 5 of them
Or
do good. Even if more of
yeah.
them than that are funny, that's a lot of people.
Right. It is.
Austin got up near the end and like it was pretty tapped out by then. So even his like regular material was just like hitting a drained audience,
Yeah.
which was
I mean that's
unfortunate.
yeah. It is. Yeah. Yeah.
But it was nice to kind of like get out there and see the bustle of life at an open mic again, and see like young comics that are all like in their mid-20s talking with any amount of confidence.
Oh wow.
So
Remember what confidence was like when you were in the 20s?
yeah,
Yeah,
I remember getting on stage when I first started a comedy full of conviction about my opinions.
you're right. Yeah.
What's funny to me is like
Yeah.
the sphere of comedy that exists now is extra broy because of like the oversaturation from broy podcast dudes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
so now like
yeah,
we have a good amount
yeah.
of that flavor, but that type of comic will frequently just get up on stage and admit to crimes,
Oh.
and everyone in the audience is just sitting there uncomfortable like, wow, you look like the type of guy that would commit that crime.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And there's
Yeah,
like no amount of irony to it.
yeah.
And it's like they probably think it's a joke because they think we don't think they're rapey, when in fact they look the most rapey. Like, you're a 20 something comedian in Reno, Nevada. We
Yeah,
assume you have 2 felonies hidden from all of us right now.
yeah,
And you have to claw yourself out of that hole. Like,
yeah.
so most of them don't.
No,
Most of them
no.
can't crawl from under the weight of that assumption. Uh
Right. Yeah, yeah.
what what also didn't help is there was 3 young women who decided to sit directly in the front of the show,
Oh,
and they were high as fuck. So they were like not even responding to the shit that like comics would look down and be like, "So what's going on with you?" And they'd be like, and they just start freaking out.
nice.
So it's like, well,
Okay.
yeah, now people are gonna fuck with you because you're high as shit in the front row.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That was kind of fun.
yeah. That's funny. Yeah. They were just so high, they were oblivious, basically.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then like they'd just be like on a 10-second delay behind what was happening. So
uh,
even if somebody was like on stage looking at them, they would like hear something happening, then they would look up, see that they're being stared at, and then they'd be like, "Oh, I have to try to remember what the question was."
nice. So it was like getting caught at school being high.
Yeah.
But I know that dude, that could that could be a fun scenario. Yeah,
It's
I
always it is always fun to find the person on some kind of drugs when you're at a comedy show. Like you start doing crowd work and then somebody's like, "I'm on mushrooms right now." And you're like, "Well, we are about to make this comedy show more surreal than it ever needed to be."
yeah,
Next guy just comes out in a full demon costume and just like
yeah,
crab walks across the stage, and that's it.
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoy surrealism and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, absurdism more and more because of
Oh,
how just because of how like opinionated comedy has become,
oh,
specifically because it is observational comedy.
yeah.
People think observing things needs to have some sort of judgment attached to it,
Oh,
you know? And
yeah.
so most comedy nowadays is just like, it's usually just like dudes being bitchy.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
like everyone thinks they're Bill Burr and that their opinion is going to not only matter, but be like relevant and biting and have some
yeah,
sort of commentary. And then they get
yeah,
up there and you're like, no one
yeah,
cares that you have like a hard opinion about carrots or something,
yeah.
you know, like
Right. Yeah, yeah,
this is
yeah.
just so I think that's one of the problems I think with modern observational comedy is too many people cannot observe without their whatever insane judgments they have on the world
Yeah.
And that's the thing, at least the way I see observational comedy, that's the thing that's supposed to be funny. If you are observing something, the audience is supposed to understand like where you're coming from and then either relate or think you're being ridiculous. And if they
Yeah.
can't relate or think that it's funny, it's just like a guy being angry about stuff and you're just like
Yeah.
just sitting there in the audience like, well, I'm not gonna laugh, but you get a thumbs up, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
But,
fair. Yeah. I was I was talking to somebody the other day, and I can't remember who, but they were telling me how like uh, uh, podcasting has kind of ruined comedy.
yeah, I could see
Which
that.
okay, yeah. I mean, they said it sounded reasonable what they were saying, and I agreed with it. But it's just ironic that we're just two comedians doing
Doing it.
a podcast. Yeah, doing a podcast.
And that's where I think it's like it's good to have a point to having a podcast,
Okay.
but this podcast abandoned its point very quickly.
Yes.
But like
Yeah. But
even
I
just some
like
sort of
it.
loose form to it, like that's what makes things more interesting is like having it can be anything as long as you are centered on something, and sometimes the something is just a person.
Okay.
And so far, boy, did this podcast center on me for a while, and still
Yeah.
is because I'm
Yeah.
making it.
Yeah. You make it. This is your podcast, Bobby. I love it. I love being a part of it. I love you. You know, that's
And that's why I like having you on the podcast, Jonathan, because
okay.
that way I can center on you.
Okay.
But it's
You
mostly just me making fun of you because I don't know what else to do.
right.
Yeah.
And I'm for it. Just roast me. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
That's where I was. I did a podcast last week with one of the local comics around here, Luke Demas. He was great.
Uh, yeah.
And he was actually talking about like he would like listen. He listened back to someone. He was talking about like listening to you and how he like missed your part in the scene, but he like has heard about you since. And I was
Okay.
like, and I was talking about how it's funny to like go back and listen to the podcast like I do because I'm trying to like find fun clips. And then
Right.
I
Yeah.
look back and there's just like, and there's 15 minutes of me bullying Jonathan. And then we just moved topics and I'm like,
We could talk about mayonnaise for a little bit.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're gonna talk about mayonnaise and then we'll talk about fucking condoms again.
Right. Yeah.
A good
Yeah.
time. It's
Yeah.
great formula. Oh shit. We had a clip on TikTok go like, I'm not gonna say it went viral, but it got more views than all the other stuff that I put up. It got
Oh.
100,000 something views.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
But
Yeah.
what's even funnier is that like it's that dumb Gen Z Tim Allen joke that Austin brought to us.
Okay.
That's the one that goes, and like it's all
Yeah.
like it was already such a dumb joke. It only happened for like 30 seconds, and then we were like, all right, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but then like it was already a dumb throwaway joke, and then I was like, fuck it. It's only like a 24-second clip. I'll just toss it out there. And then like
Yeah.
it started to do a small amount of numbers, and some like random dumb kid is like, you stole that joke from this other podcast and passed it off as your own. And I was like, how much Tim Allen clip
Yeah.
jokes
Come
are
on.
you getting in
Yeah.
your podcast feed that you've
Yeah.
gotten more than one?
Right. Yeah. there can't be that much Tim Allen content out
Yeah,
there.
but apparently there's so many Gen Z Tim Allen jokes out there
Oh,
that it created a search term within our video so that everyone could find all those specific Tim Allen jokes.
oh wow.
So this one's for
So,
the algorithm.
hashtag
Kid,
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen Gen Z hashtag. This is coming right back at you for just that guy's weird algorithm.
Yeah, suck it. Yeah,
He's just gonna be stewing, thinking about me and Tim Allen and how much he dislikes both. Likes Tim
no,
Allen and dislikes me.
no,
I don't
no.
know. I don't know what the guy's deal is, but he seemed very disappointed that we would steal from a podcast he didn't even mention.
Yeah,
He just said we stole from somebody, and then there was no follow up.
right.
So you know,
That
hey guys,
sounds like
always listen. Yeah, always listen to random teenagers in comment sections. They have definitely done research
right.
and have definitely spent more than 30 seconds thinking ever.
Yes, yes. That's yeah.
And
To
and,
yeah,
and the fact that they did such a deep research dive on a 20-second clip
yeah.
from a larger podcast equally about nothing, but less about Tim Allen than that clip led on.
Yeah.
I hope he watched the entire podcast and just had to watch you do ghost Borat impressions.
All right.
That's
Hello, sir.
that's the end of this mailbag. That's all the comments we have.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What if we start getting more commentary? Do we acknowledge it or do we just not acknowledge it?
You see,
Or
that's the hard part with internet comments is if you give them too much attention, people will seek out to get that attention.
okay.
But the more comments you get, the better interactions you get on the internet. So it's like,
Uh,
if you want more, you can have more. If you don't want more, you gotta like. If you don't want more, you just stop making stuff. But I'm gonna keep making stuff, but I'm not gonna like engage. That's why I think it's safe to do it in this forum. They're never gonna come to the podcast, listen in for 45 minutes while we talk about eating condoms and shitting on you, and then be like, they talked about me for 5 minutes in this one section of this podcast I hate. Because
yeah,
if we have
yeah.
that amount of obsession, I need to do more to foster the cult-like hatred that I've garnered. But so far, just like making one teenager like look at their phone an extra time, I did it. That's all I need.
Okay.
They've interacted. I have taken their eyeballs. They are mine now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Take those eyeballs, Bobby. Yeah.
Other than that, I like the only other comments were just like positive and like thumbs up and liking the joke.
Nice.
One guy just said, I hate millennials, but that's also just like, oh no, that's what we get for taking on Gen Z. We get their biting social commentary like, millennials.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't the Zoomers have an issue with the Boomers? Isn't that the deal? Is that Boomers don't like Zoomers, but they don't know what the difference between a Zoomer and a millennial is, so they just call everything millennials?
Boomers have no idea what's happening, so they just hate anyone younger than them.
Okay.
Zoomers love boomers because it's their grandparents and their grandparents have done nothing wrong. And Zoomers are like starting to tilt extra Nazi-ish because they like think they have cool opinions because they like exist on the internet and they're teenagers. So like if you thought millennials were annoying enough through like the 2009 housing collapse and then storming the Capitol afterwards, boy, is Gen Z gonna be way more annoying with their Nazi shit.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And those Gen Z kids can take that to the bank. I think your opinions are bad because you're uneducated and probably a Nazi.
Yeah. And by uneducated, we mean public educated below college institution level. Yeah.
Oh, even if they made it to college, that's only on their parents' dime and their will to please societal norms.
Yeah.
They have like no desire to go against the grain. They just want to like exist within the system, which is fine.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
system has failed a lot.
Yeah. It
And
does
it's
fail. It kind
but
of fails cyclically. It's like, I'm gonna fail, and then it fails.
yeah.
And then you're like, ooh, this is going good again. Thank God, chewy. And then it cracks
Yeah.
again.
Gen Z is just becoming the new boomers where like they were born into hard times, so they don't realize that like things don't always have to be a fucking life or death struggle. Not everything is going to be like people out to get you. Sometimes people are just existing within their lives, so they think everything's a conspiracy because they're so important, you know?
Hey, I
Exactly
might
like the
be
boomers.
I might be more of a boomer than than we realize because I dabbled in conspiracy for a period of time and I freaked the fuck out. And that was scary.
Jonathan, there's a difference between being a boomer with bad opinions and going through a manic episode.
Okay. Okay.
Like you can
Right.
believe that the government is surveilling people unjustly.
Yeah.
The government doesn't exist specifically in your microwave, though.
Right. Okay.
There's a line to be drawn.
Okay. Yeah.
You can wear a tinfoil hat because it's a great Faraday cage for the chips inside your brain.
Yeah.
But no one's trying to read your mind. They're just trying to algorithmically figure out where your mind's gonna go. It's not reading, it's just a trick. It's an it's like how magic isn't technically real.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 Oh,
So anyway,
I'm
fuck Gen Z.
okay. Yeah. 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 I think Gen Z is cap.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I learned what that meant the other day and I wanted to use it, so I used it. Yeah.
You did as good as I can expect you to do with Gen Z lingo.
Thank you. Yeah. Hell.
Let's see what else has been happening in the world. Not much else.
Yeah. What do you know?
just been doing lots of band practice lately, trying to get practiced up for
Yeah.
performances of some sort next year.
Good.
We're trying to record some new songs, but
Okay.
there's a guy at the university who's got to do like a senior project, and he like put that out there to the world, and he works with like the music production people in UNR, so he's got to
Okay.
like record something for his senior thing, and we were like, we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll let you
Nice.
record us for free.
Yeah.
But
Hell.
now we got to like adhere to his schedule for when he's free to get this studio time, so that's going to be difficult because he's not free
Okay.
until like just after Thanksgiving.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now we have to plan all around like, okay, well, when are you free randomly throughout December?
Yeah.
And he has to get it done in December too. So we'll
Uh,
see how this goes.
yeah. Have you recorded Caveman?
Not with the full band. I think
Okay.
that like that's I
Yeah.
wonder when when we're gonna get to that one. We have 3 other ones that we're gonna work on first that are more like single type songs, because Caveman is just, well, I guess if we released in the winter, Caveman would be great again. But it's just such a slow song that's hard to like commit
Yeah.
to as a single, the sad,
Okay.
slow one.
Yeah.
But maybe
Okay.
again.
I like it. It's a good song. Yeah. I I'm a fucking caveman. Man.
Hell yeah. You're
Yeah.
also a an old school horn dog.
Oh, am I? Is how did you know that?
Well, one of the first podcasts back we talked about how you're an old school horn dog.
Oh, what did we say?
I don't remember. I think just that
Okay.
you were an old school horn dog.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't you've outed me to
Now we gotta see if
yeah.
Gen Z will be able to enjoy the stylings of an old school horn dog like yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's big ass for Zoomers. Yeah.
Get some low mileage pit woofies and go bet on the horses.
What's a pill?
I don't even know. I was just watching Star Trek and they unfroze a guy who was like from the 60s. And that's what he said. And it's been stuck in my brain. He just looked at one of them. He's like, hey, how about you and me go get some low mileage pit woofies? And I
Okay.
was like,
Yeah.
I, I thought that would be a great band name. I was like, yo, what if we were just the pit woofies?
Oh, but you gotta be a low mileage
Yeah, you
pill.
got to be a low mileage pit woofie.
Yeah.
Definitely. But what if
Yeah.
I want to become high mileage? I can't pigeonhole myself.
No, sure can.
Low mileage pit woofies. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta let the motor run, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
Keep the
Yeah.
motor running. Get out on the highway. Looking for adventure.
Whatever comes my way.
I started off this week.
Huh?
I started off this week so motivated.
Oh, did you?
Man, Monday rolled around and I was like fucking killing it. I went to the gym. I planned to do a podcast and I had some scheduling things and we ended up recording it later. But then
Yeah.
Tuesday rolled around and I still recorded a podcast.
Hell yeah.
And then Wednesday I went and did all that comedy shit.
Yeah.
And then
What?
Thursday rolled around and I didn't do anything.
Okay. Okay. So that's where it fell apart.
Yeah.
The wheels came off on Thursday.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
went and did one day of comedy and then I was immediately like, and I am burnt for the month. All right. Perfect.
No. Yeah. Where was the mic at?
Um it was downtown. There's this new bar, or I don't even know if it's new or if it's old, but it's in that same building that place Junkies was.
Oh, what was it? What was the bar called?
I don't remember what it was called, but now it's called the Arch Society, and it's like it's got the windows all around on that outside part.
Okay,
Uh it's a cool little spot, but man,
yeah,
it's so far away.
fair enough. Yeah, it's not in Sparks. Yeah,
But I don't know. That's just my excuse, as if I'm walking there.
right. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
But I don't
yeah,
know. I always have so much motivation to start doing things, and then I do like one thing, and then I
yeah.
have to spend like 3 days not doing anything
Okay,
just so I can like I don't
recover.
know recover, make sure like because
Yeah,
even my brain is like, all right, you have stopped having to do anything. Slow down. And
yeah.
I'm like, wow, I can't even like cognizate at the level that I need to pull off the shit I planned for myself.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But then
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
then the week's gonna start again, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna find it. I'm gonna find that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna find it.
Yeah. I've got my writing class tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah.
Been working on them stories.
Yeah. Trying to anyways. My goal is to write 4 novellas, and I've got 1 done, and so that it's not nothing. It just I get in my head about it. I'm like, "You're not perfect," and I'm like, "But I don't need to be perfect." And then I'm like, "But you have to be perfect." And it doesn't go well. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I wrote 2 new jokes.
Oh, what are
And
they?
oh boy.
Yeah,
The thing is I've been writing jokes that are not in my comedy voice,
okay,
and I don't know how to make them either more into like my own style
yeah.
or even funny, I guess.
I don't know.
Uh
I would say I think, you have a strong Ian Carmel style comedy voice.
and I think that lends itself more to storytelling, which I really have to like
Yeah,
start remembering how things in my life happen and be more present in moments so I can remember what stories to tell when,
okay.
because that's
Oh,
that's one of the hard parts. Is it's easier for me to write dumb short bits so that
uh-huh.
when I don't plan on stage I can just start doing random little bits rather than like a planned thing that then I'm like stuck doing if I start telling it. But that's
Okay,
a cop out.
okay.
This first joke
Yeah, let's
is
hear it.
the
I mean,
amount of people I know who think it's okay to hit children is equivalent to the amount of people I know who like being choked during sex.
nice.
Either way, I can't watch The Simpsons anymore. And so that's where I'm like, I
Yeah,
like that joke, but I don't
I
know how to
do
say
too.
that as me
No,
other than
just
just laying it out there.
mhm. Yeah, I think it's a good joke. Yeah.
And the other thing that I was doing was just I was reworking of an old bit about the difference between grunge and post grunge.
Oh, what's the difference between grunge
So
and post-grunge?
so the crux of it is like grunge is like frustrated youth kind of like mad at their place in the world and like trying to build on that. And so it's like bands like Pearl Jam and Nirvana and like
Yeah,
Soundgarden, fucking cool bands with great
yeah,
singing. And
yeah,
then after Kurt Cobain died, we got post grunge,
yeah.
which is
Nickelback.
like Nickelback and Three Doors Down. And
Yeah.
so the idea of the joke is like, okay, what if we still talked about our feelings, but we made it fucking your problem? Feminism? What about the troops? You know, and then I have like I have a bunch of really awful tags that I don't like saying, but they're very funny.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
the one of them was like the collective DUIs is only outnumbered by the amount of times they say yeah in the lyrics. Uh I think and then I need to find a better out for it because the current last tag in that bit is the amount of domestic violence that this music has soundtracked is
yeah.
only outnumbered by the amount of brown children drone bombed to it.
Oh,
And that's like too hard to go at like an open mic or like for like 5 minutes when no one knows who you are. That's a crazy line to drop and then be like, all right, bye. Have
That
have fun. Have fun with your goofy little jokes.
yeah, hell yeah.
But it's like I don't want to
Yeah,
be one of those like I'm up here telling the truth kind of comedians because
okay,
that's what way too heavy punchlines like that out of nowhere feel like. And
okay,
there's no way to ease into a thing like that,
right,
even if it's funny.
yeah,
And I'm not trying to like make
yeah,
people not have fun,
right,
but I am
yeah,
also always aware of the fact that we are committing global atrocities.
yeah,
And I don't know how
you
to make
sure?
that, I don't know how to make that all fun and goofy at the same time,
Yeah,
which is why I'm frequently trying to abandon jokes that I have made specifically because I know they'll get a reaction. Cause like, even if it's
yeah,
funny, that joke also comes with a certain amount of like cringing at the subject matter.
yeah, yeah,
And I want people loose and laughing, not kind of like tensed up and being like, oh yeah, lots of children have been murdered. All right, next bit.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah,
don't know how to make it fun. It's funny. It's a good joke. I don't know how to
right,
make it fun, and I want to be fun.
okay,
And
yeah,
that's another problem I've run into is like I'm trying to like re-find my joy and remember why I do comedy in the way that I do it. But
yeah,
I have written so many bits that are really good jokes technically,
okay,
but they fundamentally do not belong in my voice the way I'm using it.
okay,
Even if they're like good comedy bits, when I'm
yeah,
on stage, people don't want me to be that blue.
yeah,
That's the fucking rub. Is
I
I gotta stop writing good jokes.
no, keep writing good jokes. We're gonna figure it out.
And that's where
Yeah,
I think it would be good to just start a writing packet for like for
yeah,
other things. Like I'm like, okay, I can't tell that joke, but I can toss it in a late night packet or something.
yeah,
So like down the road, if I'm auditioning for something, I can be like, here's jokes I've written.
yeah,
That are at
yeah,
least in the very least they are concise, even if
right,
they are heavy handed.
yeah,
Uh
yeah,
I just have to get better at writing. I have to get better at writing the style of comedy I want to do, and I have not practiced it enough.
okay, yeah,
But that's the thing is if I don't write new fun bits, then
yeah.
I'm just going to continue practicing bits that make me feel bad about doing them, you know?
No, don't do
Is
that.
and
Yeah,
that's like I have a couple fun newer bits that I want to do, but then like they might accidentally lead into bits that I don't want to do if I don't order them in my mind. Like I have new jokes that I wanted to do about
yeah,
how like I was undiagnosed autistic and I'm still not diagnosed, but I think I was never diagnosed because I grew up on military bases where fucking everybody's autistic.
okay. Is that the case?
That's what I believe, and that's how I spell it
Okay,
out in the bit. I was like, "Oh, you're telling me we all live in the exact same house, all lined up nicely in this one area, and everyone has like ranks and titles rather than using their real names. And then when some guy's yelling at you, you're not allowed to look him in the eyes. You just have to stand there looking straight ahead.
okay.
You're telling me that's not autistic as shit?"
Yeah, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
But
Yeah, I've got
yeah.
this one new joke that I don't know how to feel about either. It's like looking back at my childhood, I should have gotten laid way more times.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's all I can remember. Yeah, uh, yeah, but something,
Hell
something,
yeah.
there's another punch on it. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm an uncle now, and there's that Ian Carmel joke about uncle time.
Uncle time.
Uncle time. Yeah, and eh, yeah, it makes me feel like spotlight, you know, like yeah,
How dare you try to hang out with a kid?
yeah. Well, I've never had an attachment to any kid until my nephew, and he's yeah, and I really like him, and yeah, it's cool, it's different, you know? It's like, holy shit, I get why kids are a thing now. Yeah,
It's really fun to watch a child learn and grow, you know,
yeah,
because like I know that there's plenty of people who will say that having a dog or a cat and any kind of animal is just as fulfilling as a child. But
yeah,
until you like meet a child who's like 3, and then later on you meet that same child at like 7 years old, and you're like,
yeah,
holy shit,
yeah,
they're like
yeah,
smarter than me now. What do I do? You
yeah,
know, like it's
yeah,
tough to be like, yeah, that's the same as when I get a dog and then it's dead.
right. What?
I get old dogs, you know, so
Oh, no.
they're
Yeah,
always fucking dying on me.
okay, shit, yeah, don't go, man. Yeah, but yeah. Was it Nikki that we had?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Nikki.
yeah, that was sad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was a good old lady,
yeah, yeah,
but boy, did she smoke it to the filter,
yeah.
eating
Well,
fucking
you got to. Yeah.
yeah.
Otherwise, you don't get your full break in, you know?
And now we've got Fat Boy. He
Okay.
was he was a Labrador Collie mix that we picked up when he was 11.
Oh,
He made it past a year. Made it past a
wow.
year. He turned 13 this year.
Okay.
So, because we got him in 2021. And like with Nikki, yeah, I don't think I had that dog. I think I had her like a year and 5 months.
Okay.
Cause because I got the house in 2017. No, yeah, I got the house
Um,
in, yeah, no,
was the end of 20, yeah, 28.
2018. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it must because it was like July 2018. So then I got Nikki like 3 months later because I was like, I've got a house and a yard. I need a big dog.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I had to put her down in September.
Okay.
So it was like, yeah, like a year and 2 months that I had Nikki.
Okay. Yeah.
But man, such a
Yeah.
good old dog. She just wanted to lay
Yeah.
there in the middle of everything so you could witness her.
Yeah.
And then that was it. She didn't get aggressive with stuff. She didn't like chew a bunch of shit up. She was just around hanging out.
Yeah.
And that's what I like out of a dog. That's why
Yeah.
I get old dogs, because they're like me. They're tired and they just want to get their food and lay down. Their bones hurt.
Yeah.
And and usually the old dogs I get cannot run more than me, and I cannot run far. So it's nice to like
Yeah.
get something where I'm like, hey, we're on the same level. Let's go for a jog around the block. And by that I mean we're gonna jog through the middle school parking lot, and then we're gonna breathe heavy for 20 minutes as we walk that off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This Fat Boy, our big fat old dog we got now,
Yeah.
I he was real fat when we got him.
Okay.
And he was even fatter when he was, I don't want to say he was abandoned. He was removed from his old home. So it wasn't like he was forfeited, but he wasn't neglected. I believe from what we heard, there was jail time involved.
Oh.
So the person will not be back for this dog. And I was like,
Yeah.
got it. And so like when we picked him
God.
up, we could tell he had lost weight because like when they bring in like super fat animals to the Humane
Yeah.
Society, the Humane Society keeps them until they are like able to live.
Okay.
So like I'm going to assume he had to lose like 20 pounds from how loose his skin was.
Oh wow.
We got him. And he's not a huge dog, you know.
He's
He's
just
still yeah, he was just fat. And he's still, you know, like mid-size retriever collie size. Like he's
yeah.
you know, kind of big, but he was big before.
Okay.
But even since we got him to lose way more weight too, just because we feed all of our animals like on a schedule and a measured amount.
Yeah.
And what we didn't know is how fucking lumpy this dog is.
Oh.
And like, I don't want to be bleak or bring things down, but
Okay.
the nature is I get old dogs because I want them to have a good home to die in. You know,
Oh.
I
Okay.
want their end time to not be in a fucking humane society where no one wants them. You know,
Right.
so I
Yeah.
get the old dogs that no one wants so that they can just hang out and I can have a dog that I get to squish.
Yeah.
This fat dog, he's got like a big lump on the back of his neck that we're like, that's cancer. And then he's got like on his neck, like right here, another huge ass lump. And I'm like, I don't know what kind of cancer that is, but it's big. And then like on his fucking rib on his back, he's got like a whole like floating fat cap of like weird lump. This dog is lumpy as fuck. And
Oh, I get what you mean now. I didn't
yeah,
understand what you meant by
yeah,
lumping at
he's
first.
just
Yeah.
it's like hard, like small hard lumps, big, like obstructive lumps. So I'm like, either this is like fat deposits left over from when he was fat,
Right.
or this dog has more cancer than any
Yeah.
amount of money could cure.
Right. Yeah.
And so now I'm like, he also like whenever he drinks water, he starts like coughing it up because
Oh.
he was so fat he could not lift his head above his neckline, so he was just always looking down. And like we got him a bunch of like we got him enough medicine and he's lost a bunch of weight. He can lift his head up now. So like when we drink water, we have to remind him to not like keep his head all the way down because the water will just fall back out.
Oh.
So like he'll just be like horking up, and then I gotta like bring him over and then like put his head on my thigh so it's like up and above, and then he's fine. But like this poor old dog, man, he's like
Yeah.
he was running on empty when we got him, and then we, you know, starved the shit out of him, and now he's full of lumps.
And now, maybe this is what a high mileage pity wolf is.
That's what a high mileage pit wolfie is. A lumpy old man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where like I want to control his diet, you know, because I want him to live the best life he can.
Right.
But at a certain point, I know he's going to start deteriorating faster than I am comfortable with. Just like Nikki did. It was like 2 days, and then I come home and she couldn't stand up anymore. You know, I was like, I thought I had more time. So with this fat dog, I really got to start eyeballing like, when do I just start saying fuck it and giving him McDoubles? You know, like because I know it's gonna be like a 48-hour window where I'm like, you can. I'm gonna leave this bag of McChickens here. You have however many you want. I don't give a shit. Like I don't want that to be the thing that kills him. But if I take him to the vet and they're like, he has 9 undigested McDonald's items inside his body, I'm gonna be like, I did everything I could. I did everything I came here to fucking do. I don't even care if he got the wrapper off of him.
Yeah. Nice. I had a triple cheeseburger the other night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was hot too. The cheese was melty. It was good.
I got myself some McDonald's breakfast because I am awake too early in the day. I wake up.
Okay.
I wake up at 6:30 because that's when my alarm goes off. But I
Change
am.
it? Question mark?
My work. Everyone at my work is on East Coast time,
Oh.
so I try to be up by like 7, so that
Okay.
I'm on by there like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Now I got hiccups because I'm thinking about McDonald's. But
Okay.
I got
Yeah.
I got McDonald's breakfast the other day, and
Nice.
they started doing a McGriddle McChicken.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they just take the McGriddle buns and they
Yeah.
put the shitty little McChicken patty in there, and it's my fucking favorite. They don't put anything on that shit.
There's no syrup on it?
The syrup is baked into the McGriddle patty.
Okay. Okay.
So you just have this vague pile of brown mush.
Have you got it with cheese on it?
I haven't. That's a good idea.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is a good idea.
Because
Yeah.
the flavor of the McGriddle McChicken, in
Uh,
my mind, is similar to another favorite of mine that is also dietarily not suggested, but that Jimmy Dean breakfast corn dog, where it's like
okay.
Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage dipped in pancake batter.
Yeah.
The McDouble McChicken, or
Yeah.
the McChicken McGriddle, fills that exact same hole,
Okay.
and they are starting to do like, ooh, buy one get one for $1 deal on those or whatever.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I'm about to start losing all my progress in the gym to syrupy meat, syrupy pressed meat.
Yeah.
That's
That's okay.
that's where my life goes.
I understand it. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy the dopamine hit that I get off of eating just like garbage food. You know,
That's what they engineer it for, that very purpose. Like, I swear to God, because I agree with you. It should not be as good as it is, but it's so fucking good. Yeah.
and that's where like a lot of other countries make fun of America for the amount of sugar we have in everything. Rightfully so. It's
Yeah.
bad, the amount of corporate
Yeah.
subsidies that
Yeah.
have made sugar the giant that it is.
Yes.
But also,
It's so good.
yeah, like if I was going to live and die anywhere, I'm going to choose the real life dystopian Candyland that we've set up. You know, like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we live in America, the gritty reboot of Candyland no one asked for.
Right.
The police could kill you on a whim at any moment, but also you can get like 4 Arby's sandwiches for like $10 now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And Arby's has the meats, man.
They have the fucking meats. Goddamn.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
know I've done it 2 other podcasts over the past few months, but I gotta say, I love Arby's so much.
Yeah. Arby's is good, man.
The
Yeah.
curly fries, the beef and
Yeah.
cheddar, even just
The
their regular
hash brown.
sandwiches.
Yeah. The
Their little
hash.
hash brown cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Mhm.
little triangles of
Yeah.
their mozzarella sticks are some of the best mozzarella sticks you can get in any capacity in fast food.
Okay.
I can't even think
Okay.
of a sit down restaurant that I like mozzarella sticks from.
Okay.
They just do it
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think we're entering an era where we're going to have to just start choosing which corporations we're going to lay our life down for.
Oh. Okay.
And so, you know,
Yeah.
I hope Amazon buys up like Arby's or Taco Bell or something, because I'm gonna pick Amazon.
Okay. Fair
Can't do
enough.
it. I can't do it. Elon Musk and Tesla are gonna have some crazy cybernetic warfare things happening, but they cannot outsmart Jeff Bezos's drone package army that's just gonna be dropping packages right on their doorstep.
Hey. Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, personally, I'm a pro Elon Musk guy. I mean,
Hey,
to be honest,
you're bought and paid for by Big Mountain Dew, man. You got
yeah, yeah. Mountain Dew. More like Mountain Don't. Yeah, but
Nah,
do the don't. Because it's do the do. And
do the
yeah,
don't.
yeah, do the don't. That's what it should be. Because they're always like doing extreme sports or some shit. And
Hell
that
yeah.
shit's dangerous. Yeah,
I wish the like corporate dystopian nightmare that we currently see in the world worked anything like the ones in video games. Cause
yeah.
like, boy, I really could use some more like Amazon Fetch Quest loyalty points.
Yeah, yeah,
I already got I already have to spend my day making the guys rockets, and then I spend that on dog food that gets delivered because of those rockets.
yeah.
And then I see Amazon people driving on the road, and I'm like, I could do that. How come I can't get
Oh,
that job? Apparently, you're not allowed to smoke a bunch of weed while you're an Amazon driver, which, like,
oh,
why would you create your own company if you're going to put like standards on it? We already have companies with standards.
yeah,
You idiot.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I just think we need more. We need more Mad Max dystopian nightmare shit for the amount of like cyberpunk capitalist dystopia shit we have. There's not enough of a balance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. Yeah, I, yeah, huh, yeah. I would, I want, I want whoever is going to be the better company to buy Taco Bell because I love Taco Bell so much. But yeah,
See, that's
but
tough because
yeah,
I don't know what companies Jeff Bezos has made better because I haven't paid attention to the things he purchased. I
oh,
do know that Elon Musk made Twitter way worse. So I don't
right,
think he would do Taco Bell too well either.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah,
He'd make everything $69 because he thinks it's funny. And then everyone's like, we cannot afford that food. And he's just
yeah,
like, yeah, but I didn't buy it so that you could afford it.
yeah, yeah.
And then it's just him eating Taco Bell, and all the ads are just him eating Taco Bell, and no one can buy it anymore because no one's gonna buy a burrito for $69.
Okay, yeah,
Well, a select handful of people will buy burritos for $69 so they can show it off on the internet and then gain influencer points.
yeah. Maybe it would be like whatever your order is $69, but you can order whatever you want for
It's, it's
$69.
$69, but it's buffet style.
Yeah,
If they made buffet style Taco Bell, I don't know that there's an amount I could eat that would justify the $69 and not kill me.
okay. I
I'd
mean,
have to sign a waiver.
yeah, that's that's totally fair. Yeah, yeah,
Have you ever had to sign waivers for a thing that you didn't think was going to be life threatening?
probably. I mean, like I swore oaths and I signed all
That's true.
sorts of paperwork for the army. Yeah, and yeah, and they fucked me up in 9 months. You know,
That'll happen quick. The government is very
right?
not good with its equipment,
Yeah,
especially when that
they
equipment is 18-year-old.
right. They don't give a shit. They
Oh
sure did.
man.
Yeah.
I I I remember when I was in Hawaii,
Okay.
they would have like small whale watching cruises,
Okay.
and they would be like, all right, we're gonna go whale watching, and it's supposed to be like, oh yay, it's beautiful and everything's nice, and then they're like, And in case we all fucking die because a whale breached the boat in half, here, sign this. And we're all like,
Oh,
what? Wait, you didn't tell us this was a whales might murder you cruise. That is not what I signed up for.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, they'll make you sign that shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't sign it because I was a child, but my dad had to be like, "Yes, this is the fun we're having."
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Fucking permission slips and shit.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking to your
Hell yeah.
yeah. I was talking to your dad on Facebook the other day. Yeah. We, we were talking. I didn't understand the meme that he posted because I didn't know that Whitney Houston is an analogy for Horatius Coke. I didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she had some fun in her days.
Okay. Well, hey, he gets the best of us.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Happens quick, this life we live.
Yeah.
Live fast, die hard. No, I don't like
Is
that.
that a movie?
Hard, fast, live, die.
Yeah. That's something.
That's our new advice for the kids. Kids, just hard, fast, live, die.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Makes total sense. Yeah.
Well, all my motivation is drained out of me
Oh,
from Monday to now. And my batteries are in need of a long plug into a small wall. So I'm
oh,
gonna land this podcast train right in the boat port.
yeah.
That's all three things.
Yeah.
Let's see. What
Oh,
what things you got going on, Jonathan? Anything crazy?
nothing. It got
Hell
me.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have anything either, other than I'll be playing acoustically in Minden or maybe
Nice.
Carson City December 21st, right before Christmas. So I'm gonna play just a bunch of fucking Christmas songs.
Okay.
Probably not many of my own songs like I should, but that's how it goes. But that's the end of the podcast. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll be back next week with something even podcaster just for you.
Yeah. Yeah.